Good evening, I'm Brian Johnson.
And I'm Riley Wampler. Here are tonight's top stories. The Gray House Science Building is set to receive $250,000 in improvements and renovations. David Caldwell, the school CFO, said most of that money will be spent on Febreze. The CAF is considering opening their doors for an additional block of late night hours, giving students another opportunity to say, meh. In other news, there's a commuter line.
Really?
I think, a commuter line.
Can we serve them?
Nope.
Yeah, lounge for commuters. I can't.
Never happened. Never happened.
Commuters. There have been an increased number of break-ins on campus this year. Trevecca, more than a college. The Detroit of Nazarene Street. There have been talks of opening a new burrito place on campus, which is for all the students who think Fiesta Friday should happen more than once a week. Whatever that is. Trevecca's marketing department is getting ready to embark on their third season of the college experience on Fox 17, which brings us to a segment here we like to call, Really? Really, Trevecca, you think the college experience is an appropriate name for this program? A small, private, Christian, liberal arts university probably isn't what most people have in mind as in the college experience. Calling that show the college experience is like saying teeny business students will be offered jobs after graduation. It just isn't true. And really, Fox 17, there's a reason people watch 16 and Pregnant. No one's watching 19 and Supervised. And really, Kathleen and Riley, in season 2 you carried a flip camera around for 6 weeks and couldn't find one thing to complain about? I mean, really? Oh, I'm sorry. Won't happen.
Well, the marketing department's next big venture will be a full-length feature film called American Pie, The Mandatory Chapel. Rumor has it it'll be quite kooky. Starring him. The admissions department has set a lofty goal of bringing 350 freshmen to TNU in the fall, 150 more than usual. Michael Cantrell, head of the admissions department, said they came to this decision after seeing all the extra seating in the CAF. All underclassmen residence halls started the new open dorms policy this year, providing more time for students to spend in each other's rooms. Benson Hall's resident director, Seth Thompson, commented,
Last month, the Executive Council was elected for SGA. A dozen students ran for the available positions, which is actually 6 more than the amount of students that actually carries on SGA. I keep doing it. That's the last joke. I wrote back. 30 new trees have been planted at TNU to help beautify the campus. Dr. Boone said the next step in campus beautification is throwing a giant blanket over Great House. Student leaders are working on a new open apartments policy. Students are hoping to see the apartments open for 6 days a week. 6 days a week. 6. I'm going to say 6. Clarification. There will be no sex. The big news on campus was last week's spring break. Here was some information on her spring break and some ideas for next year's spring break. Overly excited peer mentor Stacy Jenkins. How was your break?
Oh, it was great, but I'm so glad to be back at dear old TNU. I see some of my leaders got a tan. It's me, look at me. You think I'm cool, right?
We understand that you want to give us some tips on a Trevecca-friendly spring break?
Oh, yeah, this spring break I went to Florida.
Oh, great, Florida. good hotspots in there. Miami, Panama City?
No, I went to Sarasota. It's landlocked, so no opportunity to show too much skin. I got to do some volunteer work down there. Me and my leapsters did volunteer work at the beginning of the year. It was a great bonding experience. Right? Sit with me in the cab!
What did you do volunteering?
Well, at this one senior citizen center, I ran a carnival, and my favorite part was the funhouse mirror. It reminded me of that habitude, the funhouse mirror. You remember that one, guys, right? Well, that one says that sometimes others see us differently than we see ourselves. I see all my leapsters as great friends, so why don't you sit with me?
Sounds like you need to work on some personal stuff.
Well, you see, I'm a glacier. 10% of me is surface level, and 90% of me are things that you'll never know. But you might if you ever stop with me!
Stacy, the other side of your intro, everyone. Give it a hand. You okay?
WNAZ, Quebec's on-campus radio station of 40 years, was sold in January due to financial problems. Students studying radio broadcast were disappointed, not about WNAZ being sold, rather, but because someone finally told them that the radio industry is dying. Java Coffee received a 98 on their most recent health score, which is pretty impressive until you remember it's kind of easy to keep things clean when you don't have any customers. That's the last year we'll be able to make this joke.
I know, it'll be gone. Probably. We won't. What? Rewind. There we go.
The Hub had a brief trial run serving sushi. Unfortunately, it was taken off the menu, despite the catchy phrases to entice customers, such as, Hub Sushi, handing out dysentery like it's the Oregon Trail. Also, Hub Sushi, because the dorms have free toilet paper. And of course, Hub Sushi, in case everything else we serve wasn't already giving you diarrhea.
A new Facebook app allows high school students to enter in their information and see their chances into getting accepted into their favorite schools. Only problem for applying Quebec students, you've got to go through Citrix. There are plans to build a concession stand near the soccer field, so at least you have a Coke and some peanuts while you watch our soccer teams lose. A suggestion box for chapel is being added so that students can have more input in the services. Instead of sleepy athlete in the back.
Renovations to Benson Auditorium start in May. The back seating section will be turned into classroom, although there has been a protest by a large group of students. When asked why, they said, "We got to have somewhere to party when I say chapel." Most students are just surprised to see the athletes showing interest in something other than sweatpants. Students were shocked this year to see a number of controversial editorial articles in Trebekos, the school's student newspaper. Students were equally as shocked to actually have a reason to read the student newspaper. Intramurals at Trebekos received some much welcome change this year. TIA Director Bobby Humberg added multiple sports-friendly competition, including racquetball, cornhole, and cross-country. Trebeka added cross-country to its list of intercollegiate sports this year, but due to a lack of recruiting and some very tough competition, the Trojan runners usually finish towards the back of the pack. But don't be discouraged, team. Students still consider the biggest failure on campus to be the cheerleaders.
Dr. Michael Coronas caused a stir around campus when he used a chapel speech to bring to light various shortcomings around campus. Dr. K pointed out that beautiful buildings do not make an excellent university. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if buildings look good or not, said Tidwell. Administration has expressed interest in expanding the J.B. Moore Center for Social Justice, said everyone else. Really? Sorry.
A lot of social justice majors.
I apologize to the 6 social justice majors. Right. Along with renovations to the CAF, Pioneer Catering also hired a few new characters to their staff. There's Oscar, the substation grouch.